Hi guys, welcome back to the Yorkshire Modeller. We now have issue 14 of the F40 from Panini Collections. So issue 14, we get to the right page in the book. We get some components for the gearbox. So we get, let me just show you in the instructions here. So we get this bracket part, which in the actual bags that you'll get in the issue will look like that, one of them, and then you'll get one that's got like a Ferrari label on it there. We don't use those, and it's actually got in massive letters, do not use in assembly. It's been a bit of a problem with them, and it's the same with the rear cover, do not use in assembly. So we get the gear part housing, the transmission mounts, 5 type T screws, and a gearbox housing part D. Now the reason we don't use those, apparently there's some kind of fault with the part that was, you know, they couldn't stop it from going out, but they have sent us this. So I've left it just in the package. So what this is those two parts that I've just showed you, but they've already attached them together. So by the look of it, it's just being super glued together. So these are the ones that you need to use. That's why I've left it in that little pack there. So for the first part of this week's build, it's attached to gearbox housing part C, which is this one just here. To the transmission you've already assembled using 2 type T screws. So that's quite simple. Those 2 holes there match up to those 2 holes just in the transmission there. So if we line that up, there we are, and then where'd I put my screwdriver? So that's one screw in, and then just put the second one in the other screw hole, just in there, and make sure that's nice and tight. So let's see if you can see those 2 screw holes. So you can see one just there, and then the other one is just where this little curved bit is, just here where it's slightly rounded. That's the screw hole. So that's that part of the gearbox. Next, using another pair of type T screws, attach the gearbox housing part D, which is this one just here as shown. So that just clips into there, and then you screw it in through those 2 holes just there. See if that's lined up. Looks like it's lined up fine. So now this is the part where I'm hoping that my screwdriver is small enough to fit into that hole, because if not, we're going to have a little bit of fun here. No, this is fine. There we go. That's one. And then same thing with the other one. So that's all in and attached onto there as well. So that's that bit done. And assembly part 14.3, press the left transmission mount into the corresponding slot. So these are your transmission mounts, and they don't have left and right on them. However, what you do have is the pegs that are on them are different sizes, so that will make it a lot easier for you to fit them in. So if we're doing the left one first, that's the one with the slightly wider peg on it just there, and that just slots into there like that. He says it just slots in. It's a tight fit. There we go, that's in. Right, so that one's in and attached, and then Step 4, in the same way, position the right transmission mount. So that one, like it goes in at an angle, this one. There we go. Push. There we go, that clicked in. And I nearly had a heart attack because I thought I'd broke it, but there we are. So that's those 2 transmission mounts. Now, this is where the big bit comes in, and you do actually get this little leaflet as well. So what I'll do, I'll just move this assembly to the side, and I'll just show you this little leaflet. So what this is, these 2 parts here, there's some kind of fault with them. So what Panini have done is they've sent a leaflet out. So in the magazine it says, do not assemble the 2 parts highlighted by the yellow circle in the picture. You will receive replacement parts in an upcoming issue. This will not affect the overall assembly of your model. Very, very professional. Very professional, actually, that. So, now this, according to the instructions, just simply needs pressing into place. So, if we just kind of gently pop that out of that little case there, and then making sure that those 2 pegs line up in the same way. So I bet it's that around, yeah. So making sure that this outline just here is the same as that outline there, which you can see roughly it's the same shape there, and then just press that in to place like that. Now be careful with this because it looks, obviously, like I say, it looks like it's just super glued on, so push it from the actual panel bit at the bottom just here, but that's that all attached. And so yeah, that's issue 14 all done. So just showing you on the side camera what we've done in this one. So everything sort of from kind of here forward we've built. We've got the 2 transmission mounts here and here, and then obviously this part is the one that came in the separate part of the issue, but you can see now the engine itself is starting to get to be quite a decent size there as well. So yeah, like I say, that's issue 14 all done. With issue 15, it's the water pump, distribution caps, pulleys and belts, and then issue 16 we get some more engine components, which are all just on there. So yeah, that's issue 14 finished. Issue 15 will be up as normal next week, so please remember to like, share and subscribe to the Yorkshire Modeller for more weekly model building geekiness, and I will be back with you next week for issue 15 of the Ferrari F40 from Panini Collections. So until then guys, remember, happy modelling and stay safe.